Hello, everyone. Just wishing you an Erev Shavuos, a good Yontif, and a good Shabbos. Just want to mention that on behalf of myself, the staff of the shul, the administration, and really all of us collectively, we really miss each other. And we're so excited to be able to start the initial phases of getting back together in B'yat Hashem on Sunday. But I just want to really reach out to each and every one of you, which we can't individually, but to say how much we appreciate everyone being a part of Beth Jacob congregation and for being part of our family here. Quick few reminders that tonight, make sure to make an Erev Tavshilin before Shavuos in order to prepare for Shabbos tomorrow afternoon. And we will send out all of the details about the davening for Yontif and Shabbos as well. I do want to mention that Shavuos night tonight is going to be different. But a thought that I heard from the great Rav Biederman, the Mashkiach in Yerushalayim, that one of the reasons we stay up all night over Shavuos is because the Jewish people brought down in the Magen Avram that we overslept that night before the receiving of the Torah, and we missed it. And therefore, as a tikkun, as a remedy, as a fixing up, we have to stay up all night. We want to ask the question, how is it possible that 600,000 people who are standing there overslept and they knew what was coming the very next day? If we knew that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, was coming to your house tomorrow for breakfast, for lunch, would we even think about even going to bed? Who would imagine we would not even do such a thing? How is it possible that of the 600,000 people, there were Nevi'im, there were prophets, there were Chachamim, the sages, the leaders, the Zekanim? It says that even the Shifcha Alayam, the one that crossed, even the maid servant that crossed over the sea, saw Gilui Shechina, saw the clouds open up. How is it possible that the individual such on a high level would succumb to going to sleep? The Arugas HaBosem is an incredible, brings a medrash. He says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, injected into every single Jew a supernatural sleep that's beyond teva, beyond nature. And he put it into us, b'dafka specifically, that we should oversleep. Why? Why would God offer us the Torah and then decide that we should come and we should oversleep? He says because one day there's going to be a door, there's going to be a generation. That generation is going to be a generation who's oversleeping. A generation, a door that is just sleeping and confused and lost. And they don't know what's going on in the world. They've lost their sense of connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And all of a sudden, suddenly God says, there's going to be a wedding, there's going to be a chasana, there's going to be a giving of the Torah on the holiday of Shavuos. And people are going to want to try to run and to come to accept the Torah at this time. But the people, when you come to a wedding, you have to be ready. You have to know, how am I just going to go there? What am I going to do? He tells us that therefore the door, the generation, such a high level, if they weren't ready, they were unprepared. So too, if we are unprepared, there's precedent. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to receive the Torah. And therefore, because there was a time when the Jewish people blew it, because of Hashem caused them to oversleep, we have that ability and no excuse to say, I'm not connected. What am I supposed to do? Everyone is invited to the chasana. Everyone is invited to the wedding. And even if we're not ready, but we make that commitment to go. We make that commitment to Torah, Avodah, Gemilas Chasadim. Make a commitment to the three pillars that the Jewish people stand on. It's a time we're getting together, Emirat Hashem, coming on Sunday. We'll be reopening slowly during phases. And as I could show you, Emirat Hashem, just turning over here, we have the patio, which will be designated for our area of tefillah. And I want to keep everyone to remind everyone that Beth Jacob congregation is, without you, we don't have a prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because of you. It's because we miss you, and we can't wait to all be together. Remember, Yizkor is a time which we'll say on Shabbos, again, privately, individually, for our loved ones. Yizkor definitely remembers the older generation, the people who have passed, and that is primarily the reason for it. But we should say we never forget what we have here today. And therefore we can look forward to that time when we are a zocher, a zechira of our lives that will be getting back together so soon. And therefore, on behalf of myself, Rabbi Dansger, the office staff, Rand Levin, Sarit Rich, our maintenance staff, Marco, John, our bookkeeper, our president, Philip Silverman, who we've been in contact with everything on along the ways of bringing this back together, and the board of directors, and really to all of Beth Jacob congregation, we wholeheartedly wish you a Chag Kosher v'Sameach, a happy, a healthy Yontif of Shavuos of Kabbalas HaTorah, and Emir Hashem, we'll all get back together to our beautiful bias, to Beth Jacob congregation. Without you, we don't have a prayer, and we need all our tefillos for Am Yisrael and Klal Yisrael. Again, wishing everyone a Chag Sameach, a good Yontif, a good Shabbos. I'm looking forward to being with everyone soon together.